Why you gotta be so rude? Hey y'all, it's your girl Lala Tatate on the ones and twos. How y'all doing? Waiting for y'all to come in. Let me let some people come in the building. Let me let some people come in the building. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in. You know it's about to get interesting. I'm gonna let some people come in and then I'm gonna talk my, you know how we do. Let me see. Let me see. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe. You know, keep your girl alive. I'm gonna see how many people gonna come up in here. Hey, Carisha. Hey, Tracy. Hey, y'all. Happy Memorial's Day weekend, everybody. Tay been gone for a minute, but she back again. Was gone for a minute, but I'm back again. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope y'all ready. Hey, blessed beyond measures. Hey, twin girl, Carla. How you doing, girl? How y'all doing? Tay came to, you know. Oh, hey, Rev, how you doing? I'm waiting for some more people to get in here so we could get into it. Thank you. It's good to see y'all too. I actually missed y'all. You know what I mean? I was gone for like 11 days. Like 11 days. Hey, open book. How you doing, girl? How are you doing? You know what I'm going to ask, right? Did y'all pray today? Did y'all pray today? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, y'all. I missed y'all so much. And listen, y'all know these is not my regular glasses, so your girl can't see. I can see a little bit, not a lot of it. So work with me. I love you too. Love you too. Love you too. Definitely love you too. I'm waiting to get into it because I've been seeing a lot of stuff, even though I haven't made any videos. You know, as a content creator, we still see what the goings on and the goings on is. So I've been kind of in the mix and out the mix at the same time. So I just want to conversate about a couple of things. That's right. I hope y'all pray today because without God, there's nothing. There is nothing. What did it say? I pray 1,000 times a day. That's right. That's how you got to get it right, get it tight. Because without that man upstairs, everything else, it ain't working. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I actually prayed before I even got on this live. I sure did. I was like, I pray for me and I pray for the people that come to listen to me so that we can all be as one in unity, you know? No, I'm in a good mood, y'all, right? It's a little sha-na-na in my cup. But while I'm feeling good, I came to display my feelings with everybody, right? Because I don't understand. Tay ain't been here for 11 days, right, y'all? Now, I seen what took place with the little receipt and everything. I know y'all seen my video. And about that, ain't nobody gonna tell me how much of Robert I'm going to upload. It's what Tay chooses to upload. If I wake up and I feel like I want to talk about Robert, that's exactly what Tay is going to do. I control what goes on in this house. Period. Y'all, I'm happy that you pray for me. That's good. That is actually great. Brittany. Hi. Hey, Brittany. How you doing, girl? Yeah, so I seen it was a little like between the Puffy thing and the comment that Robert made under Puffy status and the Kate missing, and it's a lot of stuff going on right now, right? But let me just tell you what you got to be thankful for, right? You ain't got to be living in a mansion, right? But if you ain't on the street, then grateful is what you should be. People be focused on the wrong shit at the end of the day. And that's what pisses me off, right? Because if you going to have a feeling, that's just a feeling. At the end of the day, God is the only judge. So when people come in and try to play God, that's where shit get all mixed up. Definitely get mixed up because people be sitting. I'm trying not to cuss, y'all. But people be in my comments and the things that people be saying, right? Hey, I'm good, saying love your housewoman. They listen, when I tell you I shedded a tear, because listen, when you're not expecting anything and you receive something, it becomes everything. And appreciative is what I very much was, very much. And I still have things that's coming in the bag. And the good part about it, right? The bad part about it is at first I really wasn't going to do a registry, right? Right? I wasn't. My supporters advised me to do a registry, which I actually appreciate because I came to just be a word of mouth and tell my story, right? From my mouth to someone else's ears, not even for the factors of that, just so people know that they not out here alone. Everybody go through things. Okay, you don't have to hide who you are, accept who you is, so that way you can, you understand. Thank you, open book. Yes, it's not. It listen. Every loss ain't a loss. Some loss is a lesson. It's definitely a lesson. You could sit here and worry about what you don't have, right? But if you focusing on what you don't have, you ain't gonna focus on what you got. I got life. I got a new start. I have y'all, right? As a group that actually comes to listen to me to hear what it is that I have to say every day. I ain't got to be rich, but I got an income coming in. Like being grateful is really a thing. Some people make it seem like if you not having millions of dollars or you're not living in a mansion, then you really not doing much. Um, that's a lie. Because people with the mansions and with those millions, that don't mean that they happy. I'd rather be where I'm at and be happy and make it further to my more, let me say, more happiness. Listen, y'all gonna have to work with me. Y'all know I'm drinking the swiggy juice, right? But making it towards more happiness rather than having to fake happy to prove to everybody else I'm happy, I'll pass on that. I'll actually do the work to actually become happy. You understand? Yeah, but the thing that really bothered me and disturbed me about that comment, right? Let's get back into that. People have the right, like I said, to speak how they feel. A person was displaying how they feel, what took place in their situation, and letting the next man know, listen, how good or how bad the situation is don't really matter. At the end of the day, only God can really judge because you have millions of people on social media, me and many others, right? Giving their opinion on what they think, right? We only thinking, we only assuming, we all really don't know. Every day something else is coming out. And I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all tell me if y'all feel the same way, right? Exactly. All celebrities ain't happy. Why the hell you think they doing the miserable shit that they do? But the way I feel about the Puffy story, right? And y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or right on this aspect, right? Because all those people that's coming out and telling their story. Now, what they went through, I'm not gonna, because whoever's story is whoever's story, right? But the people that was in those rooms with him, why was you there? Ain't that like some co-defendant shit? It seems like everybody is playing kind of a victim role to get themselves out of the factors of being guilty role. Because if you was in that room with him or in those rooms with him, you had to be there for a reason. Hey, cousin, oh my God, you look this so beautiful in your purple dress. Okay, and purple is Tay's favorite color. Okay. If you was in those rooms with that man, do you see how many people they say that he was attached to? Why was you there? Why was you there? It wasn't the fact is that people just realized what those parties consisted of. They're called fucking freakos. So if you're not planning to go freak off, why are you there? You went there to freak off before ecstasy or anything came apart. You already knew what you was getting into. And I'm gonna be honest, some things went a little bit further than what some people expected. Okay. But you went there expecting something. I'm sorry, I stand on that. They was around. Everybody got a story to tell about how they was around when Diddy was beating Cassie up. But ain't nobody help her. But now they got a story to tell. Don't that make you just as guilty? You sat there and watched somebody got their ass beat, and now you gonna come on TV in front of millions of people and feel like you telling the story like, yeah, I was there that time when Diddy so and so and so. You was there for real. And now you telling your story? Okay, you're guilty too. I say throw all their asses in jail. Period, point blank, because all of them got a story to tell. And it ain't gonna be just the fact as in the Cassie situation. How many people that was not Cassie that actually been, you know, you know. I don't want to use certain words because I don't want YouTube to give me a yellow dollar sign. But if y'all understand, y'all definitely understand what it is that I'm saying. Some people that don't have big names, big star names, that's regular people like me and you, was also violated too. You understand? Those people get swept under the rug because they're not a Cassie or a Rob or listen, go find the umbrella man. What was his name? Farnsworth Bentley. If you go find Farnsworth Bentley, I'm pretty sure he got a story to tell. Because ain't no other grown ass man following no grown ass man around with no umbrella for no reason. And then he just disappeared. Like, you seen him everywhere, then you seen him nowhere. Then he just end up with the wife and kids and quiet. Carl Thomas. What happened to summer goddamn rain? It don't rain in the summer no more. Wait. It's not funny, but it's definitely funny because some of those people was in those rooms for more money. I'm being realistic, and they didn't realize that Diddy was just thinking, if I had to get my ass cheeks bust for this, y'all will be getting y'all ass cheeks bust too. Don't cry now. You knew it was a wager. You signed that. Like, stop playing. The ones that disappeared and got low, those are the ones that people need to find out what their story is to tell. Okay, because they ain't disappeared for nothing. They said, listen, I ain't got shit to say to nobody. I never existed. I am gone. Right? Right. Right. The Diddy room. That we call him Take Your Booty Diddy because at the end of the day, if you know that this man is doing that and you don't engage in those type of things, why would you be around him? Now, I'm not saying that you have to involve yourself in other people's affairs, but when you're there, when the affairs is going down and taking place, you are part of the affairs too. I ain't gonna be in no room with no man and doing certain. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Him and Meek was dressing alike. Like you really was dressing like this man, like really dressing like this man, and that wasn't gonna seem kind of suspicious because Wendy told us years ago. So for all the new artists that came out, it's not like they didn't know. It's there. So some people I understand and I feel sorry for, but some people I think that they just coming forward to find a way out, to hope that if they tell their story about what they seen, that they won't also end up in the clink clink. Period. Yeah, yes, say you choose who you yes, you choose who you around. And I don't care if I know that this person does these type of things on their own time or off their own time. I'm not going to be around that shit no time because I'm going to know what that time consists of. And I don't want to be a part of none of it. Like none of it. Hey, Reed 1957. I don't want to be a part of none of it. So out of sight, out of mind. Leave me alone. But a lot of these people sign contracts and their booty away and a lot of other things away to even get in the industry. It be the cost of fame. And that's why we say all money is not good money. All money is not good money. Because okay, you get that money now, you give your booty later. Either way. And I'm sorry, that's not a price that I'm willing to pay. I'm not. I'm not. But they go for the people that have, how can I say, a story to tell. Like, they find the person that's in the hood, they ain't got much money, promise them all these riches and royalties, and then at the end of that contract in the fine print, be your booty cheeks. So if you ain't willing to step through the gate of brother love, because just think about that. They said Puffy was to the likings of Clyde Davis. Do you see how Clyde Davis, old white shriveled ass, look? Puffy is being rebellious. Like if he had to fuck Clyde Davis, he's mad at everybody. 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 I would be mad at everybody. It's sad, but it's true. Did people not read the notes? He didn't just come and get the position that he got. He hung around the older people that was already there. The Andre Harrells and the, you know, right. Hello to everybody come in the room. Y'all know how the words be moving up kind of fast, and I ain't got my glasses. But my thing is, right, if this Puffy thing is going on, right, real world events, they just went on pause for a minute, like nothing else is coexistent. Like, did y'all not realize Donald Trump was in the Bronx? Donald Trump was in the Bronx, and he brung him a rapper along with him. Like, we in the middle of actually should be focusing on how we going to save our fucking selves. That Puffy shit, listen, that's up to him, the courts, and whoever else. We need to worry about the shit that they doing behind the scenes that they not speaking about. Because anytime you got Donald Trump in the Bronx, in Crotona Park, see, if you not from New York, then you really might not know what the Bronx and Crotona Park consist of, right? But if you do know what the Bronx is and what Crotona Park consists of, why was Donald Trump there and he brung Chef G with him? Like a black rapper, right? Now, Chef G is dope as shit, right? But why was they there? Okay. You got Mayor Adams on the news. No, listen, I ain't got no problems with nobody, right? I ain't a racist, right? But didn't Mayor Adams let all these goddamn motherfuckers in here? And now he talk about they got 30 days to get out. Why he got them gonna want to kill us for? We ain't did shit. Because when it comes time for them to try to force these people to leave, right? What's gonna be the end result? Y'all better go get y'all some dry beans, some dry rice, and some dry oats. Cause we about to have a time out here on the field. You know the type of shit these people was doing in their countries? You don't, right? Me either. That's the fucking problem. That's the problem. But whatever they did over there, I don't want no parts of it over here. Do y'all see the shit that be really going on? If you ride New York City public transportation, if you just walk down New York City streets, did y'all not see the man sitting ass naked in the front of the bus the other, like maybe a couple of days ago? This is a normal. Like, I went to go visit my daughter one day, right? Her building is beautiful, right? You know how they have a good end and they have a bad end, right? Now, the good end is the good end. The bad end is the bad end. Now we talking about the Bronx on the corner, right? These people got full on furniture, beds, couches. These niggas had a mirror hung on the tree. How they gonna see themselves when it seemed like I don't know what the fuck they smoking, but I don't want none of it. Because whatever they smoking gives them scoliosis. Okay? Soon as they smoke whatever they smoking, motherfuckers hunched over. Everybody hunched over. Whatever the fuck that is, I want no part. But it's just so sad that it's not even like before back in the days, we had the crackheads. We could deal with the crackheads. They might steal somebody, tie you off their car, try to come sell it to you, some shit like that, tell you a story, all type of shit, sell you some shoes, some baby milk, listen, it's endless, etc., etc. But anytime, as soon as these motherfuckers take a hit, they get like this. All of them. All of them. What type of high is that, and why would you want it? I don't know. But whatever this new millennium shit is, we want no part. That's why I said, did you pray today? Because we need all of God right now. People worried about the wrong shit. Y'all worried about Puffy. He did it. We already know it. So what part is there to figure out? I mean, like, why are we wasting so much time on that? We need to worry about what fucking holes we gonna be digging and climbing in them. Because some real shit is about to be some real shit. And if you a person that pay attention to real shit, then you know real shit is existing. Like they passed the law that if your funky ass gets sick, they can come and drag you the fuck out your house, take you somewhere, God knows the fuck where, no man's land, right? And shoot you up with all type of medicine, not even FDA approved. Let's throw that in there now, right? So now you done became a lab rat, right? And they don't have to release you because if you become non-curable, you're dead. You're dead. Mind you, they got say so over you, your kids, and nigga. These days, the schools got more say so over your kids than you got over your kids if you don't realize it. Even when you take your kids to the doctor, you don't notice they tell your punk ass, excuse me, can you step out the room for a minute? That's because they're going to try to mind fuck your kids for that little minute that they got them in the room. Hey, is your mother cool? Are you being harassed? Now, don't get me wrong. For those people that are really going through things, those questions needs to be asked. But just think about, have you ever said something to your child, right? Help your child with, better example. You ever tried to help your child with their homework, grandkid with their homework, and you tell a little mom, hey, you do this like this. And they go, but my teacher said, oh, wait. So somebody you spend 7 hours with got more authority than me. You listen. What is she doing that's making you listen? Because for me, your ears is on eBay. So I don't know what she's telling you, but that goes to let you know. The system is definitely systemic because your kids is your kids, but partially because when it comes down to it, they they control all of that. They actually have all ownership. Seriously. It was bad. If you know, right. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you're going to be out here fucked up. But listen, remember Tay told you, get your shit together. Prepare for whatever you need to prepare for. Get your house ready, yourself ready, your kids ready for whatever it is to come. Because right now, y'all, I don't know who don't know, but there's a silent war going on. They talking about World War III. Nigga, we've been in a war since the pandemic, baby. The fuck do you mean? Do you remember they was threatening not to bring trucks with fucking food? And once they did bring trucks with food, none of the fucking food is real. Where the seeds? Where the fuck is the seed? When I grew up, watermelon had black fucking seeds. I don't know what type of bendable fucking watermelon this is that they selling, but it ain't watermelon. Okay? The meat that they selling, that shit ain't fucking meat. It got steroids in it. Why you think everybody fighting all type of diabetes and cancers and all type of things? Because the meat is fucking infected. So you eat infected, you become infected. Period. Period. So Puffy gonna still ass, and he gonna continue to still ass. Cause I'm telling you, he mad. He had to do it to Clyde Davis. So after that, everybody is fucked up. If I had to go through the mill, that's his thing. But my thing is, even if they saying all of this, people been coming out every day. The evidence is getting deeper and deeper. He was outside smoking weed, dancing. Do he look like he give a fuck or he's scared? He's not in jail. They have a whole documentary about this man on Tubi called The Downfall of fucking Diddy. And he's sitting home able to watch it with us, not in jail. Ain't nobody telling him about it. He's seeing the shit firsthand. His son made a song. He said he dare one of you niggas say no Diddy. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. Okay? No damn Diddy. We want no damn Diddy at all. Yes, this world is very evil. And if you don't pay attention before you know it, the evil will be right at your goddamn door. Because that's where it's coming to. Listen, jobs is getting low and food is getting high. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They turn all the niggas into bitches, all the bitches into niggas. Excuse me for the LGBTQIX explanation mark, not even being funny. But where's our protection going to be if everybody's fucking confused, baby? The penises think they coochies, and the coochies think they penises. So when it comes to war, is niggas gonna be grabbing fucking wigs and dildos? I don't know. Like, how is that supposed to work? How is that supposed to work? I'm gonna have like a gorilla lesbian back here talking about I make babies. What? Like you turn to a dude to have a baby. Listen, I'm not even trying to get restricted on YouTube tonight. I'm really going to stop because I told y'all I had a little bit of a Lulu. But the truth is always going to be the truth. And when it comes down to forest protection, they're trying to unman all our men so we don't have none of them. And that's the point that I'm making. They making sure there's no men in the homes to protect the women. That's why you think they put the evil in the fucking air to break up the goddamn families and make sure that they're separate. What you think the pandemic was for? To teach everybody to be alone, to give everybody separation, to put everybody on punishment. So that way, when they put everybody back into the fucking real world, now everybody feels fucking lost. That's like being in a fucking penitentiary in protective custody. You're in your cell 23 hours out the fucking day. Do you know what that will do to your eyes when you see daylight? So now that's us stepping into the real world, seeing people again. Oh shit, a person. Oh shit. Oh, a person. I don't know. I don't trust this motherfucker. I don't trust. Nobody trusts nobody. So when you got a world of people that don't trust nobody, we fucked up. Where's the village? There is no village. We got zombies. Zombies. Like zombies. Yes. Wait, Dwayne Wade out here promoting trend. That's because he's gay and he couldn't be that way in the basketball field. So he decided to live his life through his son, which is now his daughter. And Gabrielle Union is his nigga. She's the real nigga in that situation. Dwayne Wade is the bitch. And then continue it. Oh Lord, I just said I wasn't gonna get restricted on YouTube tonight. But hey, it is what it is, okay? The truth will always outweigh a lie. And if these people stop lying about who the fuck they is, because all of them are wolves in sheep clothing. None of these stars is who they say they really are. That's why people can't live their life through the lens. They even said it. What was the thing? Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. I think that was the thing. Right. That's how you got to live your life in 2024. Because even with this AI shit, I don't think that AI shit is cool at all. I don't think the AI shit is cool at all. Nope, not impressed. Don't like it. Won't use it. Won't try it. Nope, nope, and nope. Okay? Anytime something can take on your look and your voice, right? Do you know how that can be played with? Somebody would be able to call my daughter's phone and tell her, hey, Mumu, this is mommy. Open the door. And she could really think that it's me and open the door and let somebody in that she don't even fucking know. You could call a business, a bank. Okay, somebody could actually be or have your voice. Call a fucking bank knowing your information. There's so many levels that's weird to that shit that I don't want no fucking parts of it. Anytime you can be Drake and make a song as Tupac, no 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 no. Mm-mm. It's not for me. Didn't mean to put. I don't think that should be promoted on TV. I mean, let these kids be kids. Yes, let these kids be kids. It's everywhere. Listen, listen, nothing is safe. You have a mattress commercial, okay? I don't know how many of y'all still watch TV, right? Hey, JB. I don't know how many of y'all, right, watch TV, but there was a mattress commercial, right? And they supposed to be focusing on selling this mattress, right? But the way that they went about selling the mattress, right, or promoting the mattress is by, okay, there's a guy, he's in a furniture store, he's going on a date or whatever the case may be. So he's so excited. Now, mind you, we're talking about selling a goddamn mattress, right? So he has flowers and he's planning dinner. Now, mind you, we're still selling the mattress. So he's so enthusiastic about this date that he's supposed to be meeting with, right? So finally, the date meets him at the mattress store. What the hell you think his date is other than another nigga? Wait. That's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's how we selling mattresses now? I'm confused. Okay. I don't like my kids to watch certain stuff, even TikTok. The kids love TikTok because they do the little dances, they watch the little videos, but even TikTok exposed them to way too much. Way too much. Did I say way too much? Let me say it again. Way too much. Way too much. These kids could tell you more if you understand what I'm saying at their age about the shit that's going on than you know at your age. Some of the stuff I'm not even grown enough for. Like we gonna be honest, right? Some of the shit I'm not even grown enough for. So for the kids to be the ones that's ingesting this shit, imagine. My 7-year-old looking at a dude with a beard with a belly, a pregnant belly. But he knows that they said only women can produce. What's that gonna do to him? What do he now think? So you see a man with the beard, with the belly. What's that teaching our kids again? Oh, 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 oh. I was just trying to figure out. Maybe it was just me. Now, the point of this live was basically for me to come back and engage with y'all because I have been going for a minute, right? A couple of days, right? Right? 11, 11, right? 11, 11 or whatever. But to let my peoples know, you don't have to rush your growth at other people's pace. I be seeing people seeming like they in a race with other people when you only in a race with yourself. And I say this all the time. Just like I said when this live first started, I might not be in a mansion, but I have a roof. Last week I didn't have a chair. Ain't I sitting talking to you? I'm sitting and I'm talking to you now. So look at the things God can do. The way you wake up ain't got to be the way you go to sleep. And the way you go to sleep, damn sure ain't got to be the way you wake up. So don't never compare your cup to somebody else's cup. You don't know what's in their goddamn cup. And that's for sure. It may seem like the same thing you drinking, but it definitely don't have to be. So be your own support system in the factors of pushing yourself forward instead of comparing yourself to what other people are doing. Because being that you can only believe half of what you hear, and almost now none of what you see, or vice versa, none of what you hear, half of what you see, both of them is tricky at this point in time. Just being honest. Because if a person turns a camera on at a certain point for you to see what it is that they want you to see, that's what you're going to see. So that's what your vision is going to go off of, basically. So you understand what I mean? Now it's kind of because cameras, listen, they're a gift and a curse, a gift and a curse. In Cassie case, they was definitely a gift. Thank you, Christmas. They was definitely a gift in that case. And I'm not even being funny, and this is not the time for jokes, but instead of her waiting for that elevator, I wish she would have took the steps. If she would have took the steps, by the time he came running down the hallway, she would have been gone. That one little 2 seconds, remember they say it only take a minute? Listen, that one little second that she took to put that shoe on and to try to put the other shoe on, if she would have took the steps, she would have been out of there. Small kids watching, zesty behavior will be forced that way. Yes, yes, it's all over, and it's, yes, social media love all people, but stop promoting it. Yes, yes, we love all people, but don't force it on us. Back in the days, everybody had a gay uncle, okay? Or whoever that was, you knew what they was, but they did not force it on you. But I guess that's why it was so many in the closet people. They were there, but now they just starting to, they falling out. You can't even push them back in if you wanted to. Like, it's sad. Like, it's really, really sad. Really, really. Like, what? Like, whoever people was who people was, right? And you respected them for who they was. But they didn't force on you who they is. You knew it, you respected it, and that was that. Now, shit, you don't even listen. It's so bad. You don't, hey, Terry, you don't even know. You could be looking at it presented it, thinking it is what it is, and it ain't. And it ain't. Listen, I'm gonna just be honest. I lived in Manhattan, New York at one point in time, right? And I had to play any, mini, miny, fucking mo. Like, is that one? And the guys be looking better than they be dressed down better than some of the bitches out here. Like, what? 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 Hey, Candy. Blessings right back at you, Christmas. Like, it's sad because, okay, you want your child to be able to have a personality, right? But when they're so impressionable by the things that they see around them and that plays a part, all of that plays a part in their personality. So when my kid watch certain things in cartoons, and now I have to correct him, like, no, mm-mm, we don't do that. And he like, but I was only, and mind you, he's watching a cartoon. So he's watching a cartoon that's within his age group, that's supposed to be for him. But they even push it on them at that age. All type of goddamn rainbows and listen. Now, like I said, we love who we love, okay? And we're going to love who we love. Hey, shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you shouldn't have it forced into certain situations. I think it still should be some type of respect given. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Like, I think it should still be some type of respect given. If my child was to grow up and that's what it is that they chose to be them, okay, respectfully. But when a child ain't even given a chance to decide who they is because everything is forced or impressioned on them, like, come on. Now they got Gracie Corner trying to turn our little girls into whores, not even being funny because that's all twerk music. I can't even lie. I hear some Gracie Corners, I start getting some. Nigga, they got Big Frida. They got Frida singing Gracie's Corner. Okay, if you have not, I can listen to Let's Do the Veggie Thing. I can listen to Gracie's Corner myself. Not even for my grandson, for me, and jam out like it's on the playlist. Okay. So imagine your 2-year old just hopping out, like, let's do the veggie. Like, wait, what? Wait, what? 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 Hey, beautiful sissy poo. Like, no, you got these little girls out here throwing it just as well as the grown women, just as, and the TikTok dances help them do it. Everybody was R. Kelly's wife last week in the hip, in a dip, in a hip, in a dip, and okay. Everywhere you turned, there was a little girl shaking her little hips. The impression. You see what I'm saying about the impression? I'm a bonbon fan. Wait, now, what's funny is the kids be doing shit and don't even be knowing that they doing shit just because they so used to watching it or hearing it. Even down to the music that they listen to, the shit that you play in your car. Even if you listening to just the radio or not something that you picked, they consistently play it over and over again, so that way it can be stuck in. Hey, hey, Cherie. For real, like they know what it is that they doing. It's a form of control. A form. Now they got every little boy out here thinking that they a drill rapper. Every little girl out here thinking that she's sexy red, right? And you don't got grandmothers out here cooking turkey wings and shit no more, making cornbread from scratch because they ain't got time for that. And no, they ain't watching the goddamn kids because they out at the fucking club. So who's teaching morals and manners these days? Nobody. And that's why these little kids have none. Because if grandma on TikTok shaking her hips and mommy on TikTok shaking her hips and the little girl on TikTok shaking her hips, where did the mannerisms come from again? Respect for self is very low these days. Okay? People don't know how to value themselves anymore. And that's the bad part about it. When you're supposed to value yourself more than anything. But you know how I know a lot of people don't value themselves? And I've been even guilty of this before. Because you will put more into somebody else than you will put into your own self. You will help somebody else make it before you attempt to make it on your own. You will doubt yourself on something that you believe, but will stand behind something that somebody else believes in. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. Because I got to tell myself multiple times in my head, and I repeat this shit. I don't give a fuck what's going on in my head. Tay be like, I am the head and not the tail. Period. I say that shit in my head at least 25 times a day to remind me I am me and nothing comes before me because without me, there is nothing. Period. Period. Many people, many parents, well, let me see this because you know I ain't got my glasses, Sissy Pooh. Let me get a little closer so I can see. Many parents trying to be kids' friends. I made that mistake. I made that mistake. I am one of those guilty parents, sis. You are not a liar on that. And let me tell you, to change the pattern of that is a struggle because once a child becomes comfortable with that, you fucked up. But see, now we at an equal medium because now they've been new, but they know, but they'll test you. Okay. And it wasn't even the factors of, in some cases, I'm gonna tell you what it was. I grew up with my kids. See, I was a kid having kids because I had my first kid at 16, right? She about to be 30. I'm 45. Do the math. Pregnant at 15, had the baby at 16. Yeah. Now that I brung you up to speed. But at that time, I was growing and unknowing within myself. So if I don't have the knowledge of self, how am I pouring that into another human being? All I know is to be this child's friend at this point in time because the mothering thing I did not fully, that's something you grow into. I'm going to just be honest. Your first baby is a test dummy. They the one that experience all the shit with you, all the shit through you, and all the shit for you. I'm being realistic with you. Now, maybe if you got multiple kids, by the time you get the second baby, you kind of got the hang of things. That baby a little safe and you ain't as worried. Like, yeah, right. I've been around this block before. Okay. But that first baby, it's a test baby. Definitely a test baby. Definitely. Definitely a test baby. That's the baby that goes through everything with you. So sometimes the confusion of the parenting and the friend, it play a part because sometimes kids they forget as far as that boundary. Just because you went through some shit with me, don't put you at the same level as me. So you gotta remind them sometime. Pipe down. Yes, we do. We live and we learn. Because see, the parent I was with the older two and the parent I am with the younger four is totally different. And mind you, my kids is 15 years apart. The oldest two is 2 years apart, but then in between them and the youngest is 15 and 13 years apart. So the child I was then is not the woman I am now. You understand? Some things I wish I could rewind and do for them that I did for them, but it was all a lesson. It was all a lesson. So my tester baby appreciates me though, because she's strong as shit. And at the end of the day, she had to learn life, and life is always going to teach you a lesson. So if she could learn it with me, even while I make my mistakes, and still be able to see me fix those mistakes and become the person I am now to attempt to be great, then that's a beautiful thing. That's why in some cases, some cases, I'm gonna say some cases, I seen some situation with some parents and some kids to where, I don't know how to say this in a delicate way. Some kids be some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Some kids be some shit. And I, the parent that would say, you know what, that dope, it gotta go. Because who the fuck is you talking to? Some of these kids, the way that they even talk or reflect to their parents, just be having me tripping. Like, I would talk to my mother and father like that. My eulogy, y'all would have been reading. She was a good woman, a good woman. She had plans for her future, but unfortunately, things was cut short. Because where I thought I was going to base up at was the same place they was gonna be planting fucking flowers. I was gonna be pushing up daisies. Damn sure pushing up daisies. You couldn't even talk to your neighbor a certain type. If you seen your neighbor, you was hiding from your neighbor, because that was just like seeing your mother, because you know she was gonna tell. And you ain't never want the neighbor to see you to have to correct you, to tell your mother that she seen you and had to correct you. Because now that's a whole nother problem, because now you done embarrassed your parent. You don't want to go through all of that back then. These kids don't know that life though. Like, nah, man. Mm-mm. You see Miss So and so from next door? Yeah, I can't let her see me because she gonna tell my mother. And that's after Miss So and so even gets on your ass. If a person try to get on somebody kid these days, you'll wind up fucking fighting them. Like, who the fuck shorty think they talking to? Like, it wind up beating a mother up at the same time, because you'll be done took a kid to their parent thinking they going to correct the kid. And the parent will start basting up at you like, what? Hold up. Hold up. We ain't even about to do this, because your little mannish ass child is disrespectful. And if I got to whip your ass to show them some respect, because now I see where they get it from. That might have to take place, because you can't say nothing to nobody kid these days. Okay? Because not only will the kid try to fight you, but you're gonna end up having to try to fight the mother too. Because ain't nobody gonna have you come to them and be like, oh, your kid did so and so. The first thing they'll say is, well, what you did to them. This little motherfucker, this big. What you mean what I did to them? There's no correction in there, like no discipline. But like I said, when you see the parents, sometimes it explains the kid. But then you got those kids that also come from good homes and just choose to be assholes. There's those too. You only can be the parent that you can be. These kids is also going to be who they are. So you could only hope that you advise them to be the best people that they can be. That don't mean that they gonna choose to be. Because once they go out there into that world and they start to become who the fuck they are, all we can do at that point is pray that what we poured into them pours out. But if they get around the wrong group of friends and the wrong group of shit, that could just go sideways real quick. Because then all the shit that you done taught for years, down the drain. You think all these kids that's out here in these streets acting a fucking fool, you think all they parents don't care? Some of these kids got parents that break their ass to provide good homes, go to work every day, and try to provide a promising future for these asshole ass kids that don't appreciate nothing, that'd rather be in the street acting foolish. For what reason? Like, what? So sometimes you can't be on some, oh, well, I blame the parent. Don't fucking blame me. Don't blame me. At some point in time, I only could advise. That little mother is gonna do what the hell they choose to do. Okay, when these kids get older, that's why we be like, yeah, we live for our kids. We sure do. We sure do. But when you get older, you got to realize your kids move on too, and they be the people that they choose to be. They don't have to always be the people that you thought they was going to become. No matter how much work you put in, and you can't find yourself guilty or blame yourself as long as you know that you did the best parenting that you could do. Now, nobody's fucking perfect. And I need you to see me to make some mistakes, to let you know that it's okay to make mistakes, but it's how you fix those mistakes that make you the person that you are. Don't just go around making mistakes and blaming other people. Take and have accountability for yourself and your shit so you can move forward. You understand? Like those kids that blame their parents for the life that they have now once they're grown. Listen, that could work one or two ways, right? You have to be in your kids' right. Right, right. Because that's what you are their blank piece of paper. Do you understand? What you put on that piece of paper is what kids observe. But all kids don't choose to pay attention. They have to learn the hard way. And that's okay. Learning is learning. As long as you learn from what you go through, then that was the lesson, and it wasn't for nothing. But if you being put through a lesson and nothing is never learned, what lesson did you learn? You're gonna continue to do the same shit, and you can't blame your parents for it. Some kids will blame their parents, sorry, for all their bad outcomes, and you're the reason for this, and you did that. Okay, but now in your grown life, right? What are you doing to change it? Hey, daughter, wait, there go one of my kids right now, right? Wait, but what are you doing to change it? So it could be a gift and a curse. What you go through in life, you could sit there and say, you know what? That's not something I'm ever going to do, or nothing of which I'm going to become. But don't become it and then place blame on it. You can't do both. You can't do both. At least grow through what you go through to become a better you. Don't let the shit that you went through, that you felt that almost broke you, continue to be you. That part doesn't make any sense. You have to break that type of energy. So you can't blame or talk energy that came from here and then collect the same energy to spread out into the same ear. It don't go that way. It definitely don't go that way. I mean, I'ma just be honest. My mama smoked crack, but I ain't never gonna smoke crack. That was her choice. And I loved her. But I'm not gonna sit here and grow up and smoke crack too and be like, I smoked crack because my mama do. No, what the fuck? If anything, that turned me against that, to know that that was something that I would never want. And my mother went through her trials and tribulations of who she is. So me even putting it out there is not a big thing. What the fuck? We are who we are, and we come from what we come from. But you don't have to always be a product of your environment. You don't. Oh, y'all, my sips is going now. Tay little Lulu, the ran dry. No, but for real, if I had a parent that was an alcoholic, right? Some things are genetic and can't be prevented. Some people contact elements through the factors of the elements that are within their gene pool. Some things are just, and you ever seen a whole family of alcoholics? Like just the whole family, like everybody in the family drink, like for breakfast, like niggas wake up in the morning, need a beer. Like, to each their own. Everybody got different demons. But have you ever seen, like, there was a whole family of alcoholics and different types? You have the fun loving alcoholic, you got the fighting alcoholic, you got the sexual alcoholics. Like, and it's just a generation through generation of alcoholics. It passes down. Like, the grandmother be an alcoholic, then the mother will be an alcoholic, and then ultimately the daughter becomes an alcoholic because that's how she was taught to fin. It came through her genetics. It was within her gene pool. I don't think crack passes through gene pool. I know they have like crack babies and stuff. I wasn't one of those. She ain't smoked crack while she was with me now. Don't get it fucked up. All right? Watch your thoughts. But I know addiction, period, passes through gene pools. So just because you don't contract one addiction, don't mean that you won't contract another addiction. Like, some people have really bad addictions to things that's not drugs. Like, people. I have an addiction to people. I've had a people addiction for a very long time, and that comes within the substance of not letting know or not knowing when the fuck to let people go. And that's people, places, and things, because some places where you meet people is only where they're supposed to stay within that place. When you drag certain people into places where they not supposed to be, you start having problems, baby. Everybody ain't supposed to go. You should always want better. Absolutely. You should definitely always want better. Because if you don't want better for you, you can't expect nobody else to want better for you. And how could you be mad if nobody wanted better for you if you don't? If you don't. I mean, like, it people are only going to love you the way that you choose to love yourself, and that's a real thing. If you don't treat yourself good, people not going to treat you good either. And if you do treat yourself good, you are not going to allow other people to treat you a certain type of way, because you know who the fuck you are. You're at some point you're going to say, not too much, not too much with this one, right? It's going to get there. Even if you let people go to a certain extent, it won't be the fulfillment of it, because in your mind, hey, everyday PJ, same people have addictive personalities. It's not just with drugs and alcohol, sex addiction, gambling addiction, video game addiction, yes, etc. You're absolutely, absolutely right. Some people have a people addiction because some people don't like to be alone. That's also a thing, because some people, when they're alone, they have to be alone with their thoughts. And when you actually have to face the things that you are thinking, some people don't have the mental capacity to be able to do that. So they need to keep themselves surrounded or busy with others, just to stay away from the mindset that's going on within themselves. Like, the more I'm not around people, the more I have to focus on me. The more I am around people, the more that takes the focus off of me. Do you understand what it is? I don't have to actually pay attention to who I am and what I got going on, because I'm going to block it out by putting things in place of it. And that's what tends to happen. People will have an addiction to things that replace other things that they really don't want to deal with, like gambling. I love gambling. I sure do. But it's sad that even when you go in the casinos, everywhere in the casino, even though they ain't got no clocks and no windows, okay? The motherfuckers, that they got signs that say gamble responsibly. You serious? Half the people, three parts of the people in there ain't gambling responsibly. Like, I ran into this lady one day, right? outside of the casino, because in New York casinos you can't smoke. So you got to take that shit outside. That's why me and TC was mad when we was in the casino, like, we can't smoke in this bitch. Okay. Anyway, the lady outside sitting on the smoker's bench and she crying. So when you see somebody crying, if you an empath like me, you know you're gonna feel so like, "Damn, why she crying?" She probably done lost all her goddamn money. Now you knew that was the case, but I didn't know the case in which she lost her money until I sat down and started smoking my cigarette, right? So now you know you try not to be in people no business, but fuck that. I became a content creator for a reason. I'm fucking nosy. If nobody else don't choose to admit to their nosiness, I am. When I walk down the street, if people all windows is open, I'm looking in your goddamn windows. I feel your shit is open because you wanted me to fucking see. If not, it would be closed. Period. I'm nosy. I don't have a problem with that. I'm Ted. Nice to meet you. Okay. So, right. So, wait, let me see. I prefer to search YouTube and watch YouTube videos than dealing with humans. Amen. And let the church stand and say Shana na. And I'm happy that you choose to do that, because 9 times out of 10, that's how you found me. So I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm nosy as fuck. I be walking down the street. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I be looking. I be hearing people conversating. I'm paying attention. If they said pay attention to everything around you, right? I'm doing as I was told. Hello, let someone be outside fighting. I'm being nosy. Listen, y'all see these damn blinds? They not bent like that for a reason. Ain't they in the perfect space for fucking peeking? Cause your girl, she be like this. Ooh, what they said? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That definitely be me. And if it get real deep, I'ma turn the fucking light off so you can't even see me peeking at you. Cause I want to see. I want. Oh, you heard what she said? She said, mm. But yeah. Anyway, back to the story. I'm smoking my cigarette, and at first I was just being nosy. You understand? Now, some type of way, I don't wind up over there with the lady and her friend, and I'm listening. Like, ooh, what happened? So she's like, right, she lost her rent money, right? Now, the lady loses her rent money. That was the first thing that was bad, right? First thing bad, right? Right? Borrows money from her friend to pay the rent back. The bitch brings that money to the casino and loses it too. So not only did she lose her rent money, right? She lost the friend money too. So now she can't pay either one back, not the rent or the friend. And you sitting out here, why are you here? That's a habit. That's when you know you have a bad habit. Because for one, your rent money should not be at the casino. Because the casino, they get free electricity from the city. They shit gonna still be running. You gonna be out on the fucking street. What you gonna do? But my point being is, even though you're going into a casino, it got signs all over the place that says gamble responsibly. Even though they know half the motherfuckers in there is not gambling responsibly. But the choice is all on who? You. You make your choices. So no matter what situation you put in, whatever choice that you choose to make is going to ultimately be your outcome. And it's easy to try to place blame on other people to try to make the situation seem like that's the way that it is. I don't know why this is happening to me. Yes, the fuck you do. You do know why this is happening to you, and you still keep continuing to do it. That was me. I lived my life like that for years. I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. I was like Flojo, like that was the black athletic runner, right? The racer. And when you run through life, you don't end up nowhere fast but to death. So sometimes you got to slow your ass down before you crash out. Because as you running, you're not realizing how many things, people, places, and situations. Hey, Lady T. In situations you're actually running through and you're not paying attention. The process of hurting you and other people possibly in the process. But when you running, you just not until you actually sometimes sit down and ingest. Yeah, like really ingest. Sometimes you have to ingest who the fuck you are. Some people will make excuses for who the fuck they are. I am who I am because this is who you made me. No, you who the fuck you are because that's who the fuck you is. And don't blame that on nobody because no matter who you encounter through life, you cannot let it change you. Now, situations that you go through in life, they will change you because of the effect that they have on you, but you ultimately still have to be the person that you are. Don't come into contact with people and then let that be what change you. Of course, situations are going to change you because some of the situations that we go through in life be the situations that push us forward even though we might not see it at that time. If a lot of the times we wasn't in situations where our back was up against the wall, a lot of us wouldn't be where the fuck we at now. We had to make a decision. We had to make what is that? I told y'all I've been drinking, so work with me. An executive. There we go. You done got that shit. Jay. You had to make an executive decision. And at that time, if you did not make the decision that you made, you probably wouldn't be where the fuck you at now. Right? Right? Because a lot of us don't react or act unless we forced into action. A lot of people wait until something has to be done to do it. It's not like the action is put in beforehand, before it even becomes a thing. Like with me, in my back habit days, I had a problem with paying my motherfucking bills on time. And I always would take from Peter to pay Paul. Like, listen, all right, well, I know I get this on that day, so I'm gonna just take a little bit from here. But listen, you don't never count your eggs before they hatch. Because then when that day come and you don't get that, now you sitting there, you like, oh shit, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? But if you would have just did it when you had the option to do it, it wouldn't be now something that comes back to be able to affect you. And one thing it is because you'll sit there and you'll look like, damn, I don't want to leave myself, ass out. But you don't want to really leave yourself ass out either, like out. Because when you out and you're not doing things properly, then it don't affect nobody but you in the wrong ways as a human being. So it be hard sometimes. Listen, I'll have a bill for 99.98 and I have $100 bill. I'd rather pay that 99.98 and still do what it is that I got to do, but I know my at home is straight. I don't have to worry about anything else. But having to worry about everything else and having to worry about that's too much. That's too much. Like I said, I ain't rich, but I got an income, so I'm happy with it. I ain't living in a mansion, but I got a roof, so I'm cool. You understand? So you have to do what you need to do to keep you functionable. Now, who I'm affecting by paying my bills late? Not only just me, but the people that actually live with me. Because if I was to be in a situation where my goddamn lights was to go off at that point in time, the kids ain't have no choice in sitting in the goddamn dark if my lights went out. That would have been all on their mama, right? Right? So you mean to tell me like you said you was gonna pay the bill in 2 weeks and you ain't get the money in 2 weeks to pay the bill, so now we gotta sit here in candles? Kumbaya. Let's tell stories underneath the candlelight. Once upon a time, not long ago. No. So now I didn't choose or don't choose to live that way no more. I don't. Y'all know my story. I love the casino in Queens and in Yonkers. Hey, we need to bump into each other because your girl Tay be in there. I do the overnight, okay? When they be like, Empire will be closing in 30 minutes. Your girl Tay be like this. Empire will be closing in 15 minutes. Your girl Tay still be like this. It be to the point they start pushing your motherfucking ticket out. Like, listen, if we don't push the ticket out, they ain't gonna go. But Empire is definitely my shit. I've been to the one in Queens a couple of times. A couple of times. But the one in Queens, I had to kind of get a little comfortable with that because a lot of the bums was going there to hang out. Like they was just going there to chill out throughout the day. You see motherfuckers sleeping at the machine like that. They ain't even playing. They taking naps. Like the hell. But Yonkers, Empire, that's my shit. And I got a specific side that I like to play in. So yeah, I'm a slot machine girl. I don't know how to do the blackjack. I be seeing people play the big wheel and the poker, but that's not for me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I stick to my little slot machines, my little penny machines, and if I'm feeling real extravagant, I might try a dollar machine or two. But that's as far as I'm gonna go. Period. Yonkers Raceway is my spot. Mine too. Listen, you see how people be so close and so far at the same time? For all I know, we could all been up in there a couple of nights together and not even know. Not even know. Cause listen, you take me in there, I be looking for the dessert. Beer, wine, soda, coffee. Hey bitch, give me some soda. I be chasing that lady down. I be getting thirsty sitting in there. You know, like I said, they ain't got no clocks or no windows. So as long as they could keep you in there, that's what it is that they going to do. And I'm gonna just be honest. I liked it better when it was no somebody not calling me while I'm on live. They disrespectful because if they close to me, they should have me on their notification. Okay, so then that would mean that they would know that I'm already live, right? But obviously, that's not the case right now. They're still trying to attempt to call. But no, that ain't happening. Rude. Are you serious? Stop it. Look, stop it. But I liked it better when it was who was it by? It was Empire. This MGM, they don't give as many. Okay, because listen, if you play with a card and you spend money with a card, when you go other places, you get promotion. Like, say if you got cards for casinos in Atlantic City, Florida, anywhere else, they got 24-hour casinos. So you could get comp like rooms and stuff like that to that effect. They not 24 hours, right? So even though they give you little coupons and stuff like that, you can't really monopolize off of the factors of having a card to their establishment because it ain't much they really have to be able to give back at all. At all. So sometimes I be feeling like they be tracking your winnings with that card too. Like, all right, if I put my card in, I think that's how they be tracking my goddamn winnings. Because sometimes it seems like I be winning more without the card than when I do play with the card. So I be thinking that that shit is kind of rigged. You know what I mean? Period. But hopefully I could bump into one of y'all or some of y'all while I'm in there some days. Like I told you, I do the late shift. I like to do the nighttime. Once in a while, I'll go at the early shift with the older people getting off the bus. Because then it be quiet. I don't like to be, all within the crowd bumping elbows. trying to fight for machines and all of that. Got people all on top of you. Yeah, I don't like that. I like to be able to get in my little space and gamble comfortably. Right now, I'm stuck on this game where it's like it got the rockets and it's a red one, a purple one, and a green one. And every time you tap or spin or whatever, it sends a rocket up into whichever one the rocket go to, it could possibly bust that open as a game, right? Hopefully, if you able to, the rockets will go up and you'll be able to bust all three, right? Where you get the best part of, but yeah, that's my pet game right now. Pet game. I used to love Michael Jackson when they used to have it in Empire, but they took a lot of the old school games out, and I'm gonna tell you why. The old school games pay more than these big back new machines that they got, and they think that we not onto them. Because I'll go and find me an old school machine and play that before I will play one of the new games. I'll play one of the new games just to get the excitement of playing the new games. But the older games, you kind of could get more of a come up faster for a little bit less. The new games, listen, if you're not getting a jackpot, the line hits don't be worth shit. The line hits don't be worth shit. You might get a big one here and there, but other than that, they call me Major Tech because I stay getting majors, baby. Stay getting majors. That's my new name for the week. Major Tech. The last time I went to the casino, no, the time before the last time, because the last time I ain't win shit. I ain't win shit. No, I'm lying. I won shit, but I wasn't happy with the shit because I actually lost some shit and then tried to regain some shit and just was lucky I left with some shit, if that makes some sense. But if you a gambler, you understand what I'm saying. Because if you take a certain amount in the casino to gamble with, right, and you lose and then you get that money back, some people would say, well, you know what? Fuck it, I got my money back. It's time to go. But then sometimes that gambler's feeling set in like, well, shit, I ain't really lose nothing yet because I still got the money I came in with. So maybe I could try. And sometimes that can be your gift and your curse. Because if you leave there losing the money that you won back, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass like, oh shit, they gave me my money back and my ass ain't leave, right? Now, if you win, you're going to be talking shit like, I knew it. What? I knew it. All I needed to do. Right. Yeah. If you're a gambler, you understand. If you're a gambler, you definitely understand. I'll be like, shit, I ain't cashing this ticket until I leave. Here go my little black ass going, well, shit, I'm going to just put in another 20. A little 20, twin. Sometimes that has actually worked for Tay. A 20 done turned into 2,000 real quick. And then a 20 done turned into, girl, why you did that? You could have just took that and put that in your purse and left. Went and got you a little coffee, smoked your cigarette, and mind your damn business. But no, you just wanted to go all in, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you gotta press your luck sometimes. You have to. Just like in life, people will put other people in business before they put themselves. People will push other people forward before they push themselves. Hey, listen, I might be scared. So I'm going to watch this person do what they need to do and I'm going to help them do what they need to do. But I'm going to just sit here and watch them do what it is that they do. Because, that's easier for some people. But I'd rather pour that work into me and somebody else if I can, so that way we could both benefit and both grow at the same damn time. Because if you only watch and help me grow, what you doing for yourself and how you growing in the meantime? So one person growing and one person is a waste of a growth. We don't need no waste of a growth going on. We really don't. Firelink. Oh yes, listen, them balls drive me crazy. That boom, boom, especially when they keep throwing three balls down and that fourth one just won't come. Oh Lord, have mercy. I was addicted to Firelinks at one point in time. I'm dead serious. Like, wait a minute. You bet 50 cent you could win a $60 mini? That sounds about right to me. Let's get it. Mm-hmm. Filings definitely be a trap. Look, say it ain't so. Yes, it is so. It definitely is so. Fire links will have you in there pissed the hell off. But if you catch that shit good, ooh wee, ooh wee. I got some good videos coming this week. Like, I don't know who was on Sweet Ma Live yesterday. I kind of had to do the replay. The first one I was on, but the second one I missed the first portion. By the time I got in the building, they was kind of bringing it to a close. But if nobody is up on the Chantel Freeman story, y'all really need to get into that, because a lot of people, go through things and they get pushed off or warded off as liars, so they never get the justice they actually deserve. But if you a person that's been through, and that girl was getting molested from the age of 5 to the age of 15 by her own father. Did you hear that? From the age of 5 to the age of 15. Now, not only is it just disheartening to a regular person, it's also disheartening to someone that is a survivor, because you just basically put yourself in that era of that girl was 5 years old. Okay. She contacted a STD from her dad at the age of 8, which she did not realize that she had until she was well off, or never knew she had until she was well off until her 20s, which the big age she is now. Now, what's sad is Tasha K brung this young lady on her platform, right? To basically interview her and hear her story. Somewhere within there, I guess, her and the father developed some type of relationship, to where now she brings the dad on the show, the brother, and a couple of other people, right? To basically debacle what this girl was telling, far as her story, her truth, right? So she never replayed or let Chantel's interview be played, but she let the dad, who was the accuser, tell his whole story to basically try to make people believe that this girl is a liar and she's just promiscuous, and you can't believe anything that she has to say. Now, my thing is, being a liar and being promiscuous still does not stop you from being touched. And just because you may be one of the two, or maybe none, what gives a person a right to the violation? And then to try to ward it off, to make it okay, I don't believe she was promiscuous at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All of those years, you had time to, y'all get where I'm going with that, right? So now you want to get on Tasha K and tell a story about, or try to deflect or bring negligence to the woman she is today, her character, by saying, no, well, she was promiscuous and that is a deflection from the factors of you still doing what you did, even if that is who she is. You touched the kid, not just any kid, your own kid. And a lot of people be silenced. Hello. A lot of people be silenced, okay? Because this is something that happens in the regular homes on a regular basis. Everybody worried about P. Diddy Combs when they should be worried about the uncle in the living room that should not be around none of the fucking kids, because they got problems with their hands as well. You know how many kids, young black girls or young girls that got touched or molested by a family member or someone in their own home that was supposed to keep them safe and protected. They didn't even have to get into an industry to meet P. Diddy. because P. Diddy actually lived in their home or within their family. You know how many girls went to people in their families and let them know that they was possibly touched or violated, and they was forced to sweep that shit under the rug because people was more worried about the embarrassment of the kid than the embarrassment of the family versus the violation of the kid. It was always a hush hush thing. People tell their kids, if somebody ever do something, you make sure you tell. But then they also tell kids, what happens in this house stays in this house. So if somebody is in that house violating your kid unbeknownst to you, then you already making them comfortable with not telling you. Because what happens in this house stays in this house. So that means that what happens in this house is not allowed to be spoken on. Am I right or am I wrong? So it brings confusion because if Uncle Jack is touching little Sam, right? And little Sam goes to school and she has an outlet for somebody to talk to, but she was raised, what happens in this house stays in this house. So she never tells anybody what she's dealing with at that point in time. And then when she does decide to tell people or whoever it is, people shut them down or keep them quiet, or it's never to be spoke of. Right now, if we was to do a poll for how many young girls was touched or violated by a family member or a close family friend, you would be surprised of the numbers. And these young ladies was just forced to grow up with it. Me being one of them. Okay? Because if your abuser is never actually penalized for the actions and other people know that this is something that this person has done or actions that they're able to possess and they're not handled, then what do you think they're going to do? Keep doing it. It just goes through the family. And as the girls or whoever or what it is in their nature that they like to fondle or touch, it just goes from one hush to another hush. Listen, P. Diddy lived in my house too. I'm telling you. And then it got to the point at the age of 13. Once I learned how to ride New York City train station, and I learned that the A train can get you from point A to point B, I would tell my daddy, listen, all right, well, I'm here as long as you here, but when you leave, I'ma leave too. But it was all because you put into a situation where people mind fuck you and brain fuck you, right? And if you do have one person that actually cares about you, it puts you in a situation where you don't know what to do. I don't want to tell this person that this is what this person is doing. And then they ultimately try to hurt this person. And then now my protection get taken away because they're either hurt or in jail. And then I'm forced to actually have to succumb this situation alone for real, for real. So at least as long as that is there as an out, then you be forced to shut your mouth. Because the person, if they are abuser, they already know what it is to say to you to make the abuse abusive. Yeah, because if you tell so and so what you gonna do, so it's a manipulation fact. It's a manipulation factor. But then what's crazy for me is these people have family and kids of their own. Some of them that have the P. Diddy syndrome, right? And it makes you only wonder, how are they able to be, or if they may have ever, because a problem is a problem, okay? And a lot of people serve within that sickness. And it be people that you least expect, especially a lot of teenage boys that's up in age of around 18, 19, that you think supposed to be getting some ass, or that you think getting some ass, but really ain't getting no ass. So they sneaking ass because they horny ass need some ass, so they doing what they need to do to get that feeling passed. But far as getting something or someone on their level, far as to engage with, they actually haven't got that fundamentally down pat. Because some people act like they getting all the ass in the world and be getting none. 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 But you know, when you have to live up to a certain, when it comes down to your friends, right? Because when you're around a group of friends and you're an 18 or 19-year-old boy, you're supposed to already be getting some ping ping pong yon, right? But if you ain't getting as much as your friends is getting and you doing what it is that you doing, far as after a while, niggas gonna get tired of whacking that shit. They gonna try to look for something else to do with that stick. And it comes to the fact is of the sick mind kicks in to where you could even look at a kid and get that type of, yeah, turned on, right? Period. That goes to show you, because to look at a kid and be enticed in any type of way is crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Okay? But that don't stop people. You listen, a girl ain't gotta have nothing. A child ain't gotta have nothing. But the fact is that they can be controlled makes them everything to a person that has nothing, that they think or we think that they should have. How many pretty boys or whatever it is that you think, yeah, he must have all the girls and this, that, and the third, and that don't be the case. Those be the little sneaky fuckers. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And then they sit and walk around like nothing was never done. And even the people that in the family that know some of what they've done, they still accept them like nothing. So then it makes you feel, or make a person that has been violated feel crazy to a certain extent, or powerless, or somewhat weak. Because if I went to the people that's also supposed to care about and protect me, how is it like I'm being shunned upon and this person is being praised? Because if my cries are not being acknowledged, then this person getting to go on their way and possibly hurt the next person. And I guarantee if they've had one victim, they've had more than one. Hmm. If they've had one, they've had more than one. And it's always a person that that grows up, or that's growing up within a situation of a situation. Because people like to take advantage of people that already have situations. Like, for instance, if you was raised in a home and you was being, raised by your aunt or your grandmama. Okay, we back. All right, we back. I don't know what happened. We tripped out for a second, but it's always that, mm, especially a child that they feel come from hard growing up already. They're just going to feel like that's okay because this child already comes from, and certain words I'm trying not to use just so it doesn't trigger anything. But if you know, trust me, you know. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, trust me, you don't want to know. But just make sure that if you are raising young kids, and I say kids because don't get it twisted. Little girls are not the only ones that get touched. Little boys get touched too, and they get touched at an all-time high. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're not supposed to cry about getting something that people feel that they're supposed to want to get. And it's just at the ages that they're forced, or it's forced on them. So many little boys done got head from their babysitter, or older cousin. They've been looking coochie since they was like 7 or 8 from somebody that was the old, like I'm telling you. And then for them to tell back in a certain situation, that would have made them gay, as if you supposed to like it. But when you too young for certain encounters, that also can mentally fuck you up, because now what somebody could have created or be creating is a sex addict. And now you're going to take those same actions into your situation or into your endeavors as you get older. And now, instead of becoming instead of you being a victim, you're going to be the one that's victimizing. A little boy should, I've heard some of my friends growing up, my teenage friends, like we be 17, 18, 19, 20, or whatever at that time. And a person would be like, what? I've been having sex since I was 8. Wow. What the fuck that you was around? What was going on within your situation? What was taking place around you that at 8 that was even on your mind to be doing? It wasn't like it is now then, okay? At a certain time when we was growing up, TV went the fuck off. After the honeymooners and Cheers, you knew that was the fuck it. Everything else was going. They didn't even have that many infomercials. It was just gonna be some colorful motherfucking lines on the TV. At 10 o'clock, the news asked you, "Do you know where your children are?" And that was supposed to let you know that everybody was supposed to be the fuck in the house and about to be going to fucking bed. We'll give you 2 shows after the news while you in the bed relaxing. But after that, that's the fuck it. Okay? The TV these days teach kids all type of shit. Okay? Even down to the factors of the way they're able to see these rappers dress. Okay, my you got the teachers in the schools that's in their 20s now coming to work like they just left the club. So now you got my little ass boy in class with a 20-something-year-old teacher with a BBL, right? Coming to work talking about, hey kids, what we're going to be learning today. The only thing that little boy is focused on is something that has to do with sexuality, because that's the only thing that's around them. And if that's something that's being pushed on you, because if you're not doing what you're supposed to do by a certain age, then they say that that means that you know, you know. We talked about that early on. But whatever happened to kids growing up and things happen in the way that they supposed to happen versus it being forced on them to happen? Because when everything is so sexualized and visualized sexually, then we do. And the babies that we have now is real doom. Yes, with the BBL. The teachers be in school with the BBLs and be expecting these kids to be able to focus on what the hell is on the fucking board. How I'm gonna focus on what's on the board if I can't see what's past your ass? Your shirt all the way down here. All this is like this. You understand? You probably got on a skirt or like whatever happened to a dress code. I remember our teachers when we grew up, it was a dress code. They wore skirts and shit, but it wasn't above their knees. Okay. You ain't see t-shirt teachers with they shirt buttoned down to just right here, where you could see all in their goddamn shirt. It was presentable, definitely, but sexualizing these children don't only happen at home, it happens in the schools and other places too. It's just bad that if you're dealing with something at home, it's kind of hard for you to even go out and let somebody know what you do dealing with at home, because at home maybe dealing with the factors of worrying about just being embarrassed and not the factors of actually being able to help you. They might say, you little grown bitch, you wanted it. I've heard some people in some stories, okay, to where they said that the little girl was asking for it. How a little girl asking for it? A little girl asking for it? No, I doubt it. In that horny ass person's mind, that's what they thought. Right. They not model teachers, they whore ass teachers. They people that needed a goddamn job, a 9 to 5, and didn't take the time to actually think this shit through, that they was gonna actually be in a school in front of people's children. But when people doing things just for the money and not for the factors of the teaching, then that's where you have the problem coming at. Because they only there to collect the check. They don't give a fuck about the kids. A lot of them. So that's why they're able to go into a school building even dressed like that. Because if you have morals about yourself, it's just certain things you're not going to be able to do because you have morals in you. People that don't have morals, they're able to do anything and not feel a way about it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh Lord, my phone is on 17%. Well, Tay about to get up out of here. I'm happy y'all stayed as long as y'all did. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep your girl alive, right? If you're not a member, please become a member. And if you choose it, the Cash App is right there going across the screen. You know what I mean? Your girl Tay is out. I'm thirsty and everything. Look, I done been drunk and sober all within one live. Y'all have a good night and a blessed Memorial Day weekend. Everybody stay safe out here because it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay? So Tay, love you guys. Later.